such little engage. They're playing a difficult to execute composition that's very much about finding poke. They have the side lane threat of the Ambessa, paired up with the fact that you don't really...
It looks like a dive might be on the horizon. Big thing here.
Race to level 3 for Carlson.
Can you Pathfinder out of the concussive blows? Avoid that CC. Here it comes. There's the Pathfinder. Still underneath the tower. Doesn't lock anyone up. Alvaro takes a couple of tower shots and the plate falls. Carlson, one minion short of level 3, is going to hit it as that minion dies. He dashes forward, flashes away from the Winter's Bite. Once again, it's Elioya tanking the tower. This time takes 2 shots. A perfect dive from MKOI.
Gets himself a plate, and now Sheo has made his way top and has that XP advantage over Elioya.
Stan looking for the engage on Mirwin, who does just use that Drake Hound step to dash his way away. Control wood will be cleared out. Stan does have a jungle advantage because, of course, he spent all the time that Elioya was diving bot, just farming through his camps. And gets over to that 28 farm mark, looking for perhaps a first reset. Just wants to keep clearing this wave. TP in from Mirwin to dodge Stend, Blackett, and Sheo. He is underneath the tower. They can get him down here. Already down to half HP. Unbreakable input Alvaro. Jojo on the wrong side of Camilo here. Jojo has to flash away. Camilo has the flash of his own. Elioya looking to come in, but already Jojo is like a dodo dead. Camilo is going to get chased down. Elioya lands the spear. Camilo will fall
in this early objective. Flackett making his way over, and you can see those stacks really starting to mount. 131 on the Draven to stand. Face checks.
Jump away early here. Another auto attack is enough for the concussive blows. Sheo trying to come in from the side as well. Sheo will pick up the honey fruit in the middle of the fight. Sheo trying to block for his support right now. Super getting chased down by Blackett, who flashes across, and Super flashes into the grub pit. Now, Super, I don't think there's anywhere for you to go. Sheo takes the kill, dodges away from the Winter's Bite. Sten trying to come in to help his jungler, who'll flash the wall. Elioya dashes across, though. Watch out, he pierced Camilo! A double for Sheo. Elioya down to 200 HP. Stend, he's a wind's breath away from dying. Gets into the bush, dodges away from the spear, dashes back in. Jojo takes him.
And somehow at the end of all that, it's Koi that got the
feat of warfare. Picked up the first 3 kills because Super died a little bit later than Flackhead died, so they are in an okay position in this early game. Gold leads for Carlson and Sheo, who's 2-0 currently on this Lilia. Flackhead caught out with the concussive blows, doesn't have cleanse, only has the barrier. Whirling Death comes out, and he manages to get a kill on the
supports. Really struggling on the experience department here. The Grubs are going to be respawning in a minute's time. No dragon has fallen just yet, but I imagine Sheo setting his sights on it right now, given that he has push in bot and in mid.
Sheo has fallen behind a little bit in terms of team quite a lot, but Lilia at this point farms like an absolute...
Also short during the regular season. I mean, actually, it wasn't that close. It was the season final, so they ended up making the impressive run, right?
Yeah.
But all you need is that opportunity, and that's what these teams are looking for. Is the blue buff becomes the focus now for Heretics. Stolen away. Dragon up in 50 seconds as well. Camilo likely going to go back to bot lane. Super trying to get what poke he can onto this bot lane. Oh, he goes in!
They're Super dashing forward there. Alvaro on the front line. Glacial Fisher going out. Loading Lullaby is going to put Alvaro to sleep. Elioya still putting the spears towards Heretics. Jojo TP'd in. Camilo is already in the middle of the fray. Sten goes in onto Super, who cleanses, who flashes, but Flackett follows. Flackett picks up his enemy AD carry. TP coming in from the Cassante as Carlson and Mirwin now look to join the Barney. The Drake's still the prize in both these teams' eyes, but for now, Heretics will back away and just get the mid prior. Execution. Camilo still has the flash. Will Valkyrie away, but now there's a lot of damage coming out from Mirwin. Flashes away from the Shadowing Strike. True shots! I think he would have just caught the tail of the Corgi there, as Camilo does burn the flash in the end. Now MKOI with perfect setup around this Rift Herald. Sheo could look for a Loating Lullaby though. Doesn't quite have it off cooldown yet. 20 seconds remain before it will be back up. Flackett trying to get mid-prior, wrestle it out of Jojo's hands. In the end, I think Heretics might accept that they shouldn't really play for this one, but they are TPing Camilo back in, so maybe they want a little bit more of the action.
They're too late though, they're way too late. Good poke comes out from Koi to
Can they fight afterwards?
I don't think Koi should. Like, ideally, once you've got the objective, you've leveraged the strength of your comp. But typically, the way that you do that is by chipping away at your enemy's health bar. Mirwin just said, I'm gonna slice you up and force you to go to base. Camilo was immediately forced to retreat, and now he has to be a lot worse. I mean, look at the damage coming out from Mirwin. He's lost his flash, and now a dive is on the horizon.
I think Camilo's about to be flushed, Fetty. Winter's Bite goes wide, the Rift Tower tanks it up, Camilo goes in with the Valkyrie. Elioya is tanking here, Sten's looking for him, can't quite connect. Now Sten's in the midst of MKOI, Whirling Death will come out, Mirwin locked up against the wall, tried to get in to the Rift Tower, but it died as he made his attempt. In the end, 2 for 2, a tower as well for MKOI, and in the mid lane, Jojo continues to push in.
Good awareness there from Jojo, realizing that he could have gone towards the top side of the map, but hard to lock this Lilia down.
Remember that Drake we fought over 3 minutes ago, Betty?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's still there if we want to go for it. Flacket has to get away from Jojo,
Whoa.
who flashes forward. Flacket pops the barrier. Great knockback onto Sten. Flacket tries to turn it back around, but Jojo puts him in the ground. Camilo's still diving forward, looking for the missiles. Public execution down towards the bottom side in Shale. All that gold is all for naught as Shale falls as well. Super will have the arcane shift up in a second. Stend on the wrong side of the wall. Camilo and Castle now need to retreat. Super dashes in. The phosphorus bomb is not met with a missile compatriot, and Super will take another. MKOI just absolutely smashing the skirmish.
Just like that, they catch Heretics with their pants down. Unbelievable execution, as it's Jojo that flashes onto Flackhead. The rest of his team is quick to follow up on that aggression, and I think that's one of the biggest strengths of this roster. They are unafraid and they are fast. Ooh, just barely. It's become too scattered in these skirmishes. Koi is able to come out ahead, and they're able to find 4 kills for 1.
Felt a little bit like Heretics skipping steps, right? Flack is playing for mid prior. You're already starting up the Drake with the Lilia and the Cassante. You don't actually have control around the mid lane, and Carlson doesn't have control in the bot side as he was around his tower as it fell. Goes all out, looking for the damage onto Alvaro, but he's going to get stunned up even with the Q3. Carlson will die for the 2nd time this game. And MKOI so willing to pounce on these small mistakes from Heretics. And now looking for a tier 2 on the bottom lane. Jojo was slowed up. Losing Lullaby is going to come out. He's been put to sleep, and without a flash and without any way to escape, I think Blackhead's going to be gifted this kill. He gets the shutdown. And that will be...
Fights.
I 100% agree with you. I think Stend has a really tricky road to walk.
Certainly
does.
Because
if he jumps on Mirwin, Mirwin dashes away. If he jumps on Elioya, Elioya dashes away. If he jumps on Jojo, Jojo knocks him out of the air, as he did in that mid lane fight. If he jumps on Super, Super dashes away, and Alvaro just puts up the Unbreakable. So it is very much about, can he engage? And in the split second he is on top of someone, can his team follow up? We'll see if he looks for an engage in a second. Things like this are great. The swell seed into the engage. Jojo's already slowed up. He wasn't in the right form either, and that's exactly how Heretic can pounce.
The challenge of this comp for Koi is patience, because a single overstep will allow Heretics to lock you down and find a pick. But look at the aggression that we're seeing in response. Koi, knowing that they're a man down, are still getting in the face of Heretics and looking to challenge them for control over the river. Mirwin, he goes in.
Carlson looking for something here.
Look at Stend.
So you see him Stend. Stend getting onto the flank, shadowing strike, crashes down as well, but Alvaro stands beside his teammates and keeps Stend at bay. Alvaro now with the Unbreakable, able to survive at half HP, and Topher's missing Mirwin. And Carlson dived in and couldn't find a connection. Carlson dies for it, and MKOI on the front foot once again.
Heretics try really hard to force the fight, but Koi navigate it beautifully. They keep them at arm's length, they utilize the Unbreakable will to perfection, and now Jojo's back in the fray, and now it's them forcing the objective. It's now Heretics' job to walk into a 4 versus 5 fight.
Mirwin has the flank as well. No public execution for him. Camilo on that
poke.
front line. Sheo has that lilting lullaby. Camilo already down to a third, and Mirwin immediately dives in to try and take out the enemy mid. He jumps onto Stend instead. Trusha Barrage will find its mark onto Stend. The Atakan secured for MKOI. They almost pay for it with Elioya's life, but they secure it. And now they have that false light for the next. Can team up with his compatriots down towards the bottom side. Flacked with a good sidestep there from the Winter's Bite and the Mystic Shot. Camilo trading with Jojo, but Jojo has a false life, Camilo. He doesn't even need a third of his first health bar to take you out.
Bit of revenge there for Jojo after what happened in the mid lane. Numbers advantage. No TP available for Jojo, but he can just start pushing in that top side. Looks like he's going to move into the enemy jungle. No wave really to play with. Maybe he's going to look to push out mid. Just a bit of a standstill right now between the two teams. Dragon is available, but Koi right now have no interest in it.
I really like the positioning from MKOI generally, though, because what they're managing to do is split the fight. And Stand always has to think, if I engage on Elioya and Alvaro towards the top side, Mirwin and Super are free on the bottom side of the fight to engage on towards my backline. If I engage towards Mirwin, well, then Elioya and Alvaro can just put damage down across the wall. It's really nice positioning to make it difficult for Heretics to actually find avenues to engage the fight. Carlson, concussive blows is going to proc on him, but he's still Cassante. Glacial Fisher going down as well. Sten still looking for the engage, but once again, there's two pincers that he has to deal with. Black get caught out by Mirwin. Stand aside will stop Mirwin getting the kill. Jojo going in for a little bit more, still has that false life. Elioya dashing in now, down to a third HP, survives through the missile barrage coming out from Kamilu. Jojo will withdraw. A tier 2 now in the bot side. MKOI's prize. They are 5.
That's what you just get, right?
Wait, but if you do it well, you can get a 10-man sleep. I've seen that happen on the world stage, Reddy, okay? The question is if MKOI are ever grouped up enough for him to do that, because I feel that's where we're at in this game. It's a flash, blooming burst, Lilia Q, into a losing lullaby, and then followed up by Stand. That's what you have to do, really, to get back into this game if you're Heretics.
Lombo combo is for sure much needed. Heretics set their sights on the mid lane. They've got top pushed in their favor. Baron is available. Dragon has been a very low priority. Super ease in, gets punished for it. Elioya sitting in a bush that is warded as the Dragon ends up going down. And basically this is just a game of poke. Can the poke even land? There's a little bit more that gets thrown onto Kamilu. His mana relatively low as well. Flank comes in.
This is gorgeous. He is spotted on vision as he comes around the wall. Show looking for the swirl seeds as well. Mirwin is below Kamilu right now. Sten jumps over the wall, doesn't find a connection. The public execution, though, jumps onto Carlson. Kamilu trying to escape, but still doesn't have his flash up. Carlson down as well. And Heretics, they look for the engage, but MKOI warded their flanks and Stend could not find it.
A moment of hesitation for Stend. He couldn't quite decide which target he wanted to lock down. Heretics were not quick enough to adjust the game plan, and MKOI, as they've done all game long, punish the indecision. They set their sights on the Baron. This is Heretics' last chance.
Sheo trying to get into the pit here. It's down to 5,000. Sheo caught up with the concussive blows, yet to be stunned. Still 3 procs needed on it. Walking around, all that extra movement speed from the Lilia, passive from the Gustwalker hatching, but he just can't get in towards the pit. Mirwin's done a great job in...
The situation is dire. It's a difficult engage to find. The poke is continuing to come through from the side of MKOI, and it ends up falling apart. Baron secured. MKOI, with a 5.6k gold lead, set their sights on the base of Heretics.
I know I keep talking about how hard it is for Sten to find engages in this situation, but it's because MKOI are playing the fight so well. Like, Super is down towards the bottom side of it. Mirwin is flanking behind. Elioya is looking for the side position. Mirwin is caught out here with the Losing Lullaby. Goes back in with public execution. Just to avoid the CC, it seems, as Carlson will shut him down. Super now has to jump away with the Arcane Shift. Stan looking for the Shadowing Strike will get the stun, but Blackhead now raining into this wall. Alvaro with the Unbreakable, and then Yoyo with the kill. Alvaro flashing away. Carlson going forward, and Yoyo's going to fall as well. And just as I praise MKOI for their team fighting, they get caught out a little bit. They lose 2, they're top in their jungle, and they only get Sten in response.
It showcases the fragility of this composition.
They're just going to go. They're just going to look for him. He dashes away with the Valkyrie. Now Alvaro, you step too far forward. Jojo's there as well. Okay. Maybe if the Winter's Bite hits, you can continue for that engage, but after that point, I think discretion is the better part of valor there, MKOI.
MKOI is fast and aggressive. It is both a double-edged dagger, especially when playing a composition like this, and Heretics finally find an opportunity to pounce themselves. They get 4 kills, and I will say
mid lane pushed out by Heretics, but there's no wave there for them to really do anything with, and MKOI have a wave in the top side to continue to push forward with.
Heretics in a very awkward spot right now, and it's so hard to get back. Elioya lands the spear onto Flackhead. The inhibitor is getting very low. Jojo can't afford to overstay here.
It's really good movement from MKOI, pulling Heretics around the map. They won't get the inhibitor, but they do get the inhibitor tower. Sten takes another spear. He's down to a 3rd HP. Basically no magic resist on that rel. Went for the Ionian Boots of Lucidity and then the Trailblazer, so very much lacking in magic resist. And Elioya at 3 items with the Rabadons complete is a very prickly pair to try and pluck.
Dragon going to be started off. Kamilu, I mean,
it's given, right?
They can do. They have no vision. It's far too hard to approach this composition blind. They use
them Sten and Carlson enough to eat through that damage. Sten now has a locket. It's down to half HP. Kamilu gaining mid lane prio. Carlson jumped on. Concussive blows one auto away from being procced onto him. Break up in a minute 30. MKOI. His battle lines drawn, public execution onto Blackhead as he tries to escape. Has already popped the barrier. Meanwhile, losing Lullaby on Jojo, but Alvaro is going to block him. Sten goes in onto Super. He cleanses and dashes across the wall. Now Mirwin's on the backline. Sten diving in. Super dashes in, but Blackhead will be able to secure him. Elioya's going to get him in response. Camilo now off towards the top side, trying to take down Jojo, and will manage to do so. Elioya trying to escape as Sheo has buried the cat 6 feet under. Camilo still chasing forward here as the fight has come out on Heretics' terms.
It certainly has, Medic. Heretics, after holding the line, after weathering the harassment of poke that was coming out from Koi, are able to play the fight well. They're able to find 3 kills, and those are some long death timers, so they can turn their attention to the Baron.
Look to try and chip through that tier 2 in the mid lane as well. The Baron, their first target, will even out the gold between the two teams. Flack it up in 20 seconds would be a long time to wait to make sure that he gets the buff as well.
The fight happened on multiple fronts, and where my focus was on was between the AD carries. Flackett flashing after Super, looking to try and kill him as quickly as possible, and then Elioya getting the kill onto him. But I noticed that at the end of that fight, Cher was largely untouched, and I have to come back to the question of how did they manage to
Betty trying to get behind them, Sten down to half HP, the Dragon now spawning into the pit. As we said, would be Infernal Soul for MKOI, and Infernal with this poke would be absolutely devastating. Spears rain down, Sten dashes out, Mirwin still looking for that flank. Super eats an axe, and that's a third of his HP already gone.
Look at the poke, Medic, it is just ruthless.
Carlson trying to get back in, True Shot Barrage goes through him and through Flackett. Sten still looking for that flank position, Elioya still on the Drake, it's 9,000 HP on it. Lilting Lullaby on Jojo. Also connects on Alvaro, he puts down the Glacial Fisher. Mirwin still trying to get him, but Kamilu's keeping him at bay. The Drake's still aggroed, but it's still only at 9,000 HP. Sten's so low at the moment. Super gonna have to run. The Whirling Death is trying to chase him down. Public execution onto Kamilu. Mirwin will go into the pit. Kamilu is in fact the one who goes in. Sten in there, in the middle of the pit. It's secured by Heretics, and now the fight really begins. Alvaro and Jojo have to run because Sheo is on the chase, and that deer goes fast. Watch out, Eep! It's Sheo, and he's here to party. 2 more to Heretics. They get the Drake as well. A TP to the bot lane as Heretics, they're going to look to break open the base.
They might just look to end the game. They still have 4 members alive. They're able to dance around such a dangerous fight. And just like that, a single misstep from Koi, sieging onto Heretics' base, may well have cost them the game.
Kamilu down for Mirwin though. The wave not cleared out. How long we got? 20 seconds, 16 on Elioya.
Blackett's
It
still alive.
should be enough. Blackhead has 4 items, and his Draven comes to the fore. What a hard-fought game from Heretics, as they will knock SK out of playoffs and take that step so much closer.